Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Jaws of Hakkon. We just finished clearing this area out, and we're going to enter this outpost following Ameridan's trail.
Professor Kenrick here safely. The rest is up to you.
Yeah, you did,
Lady
Arden.
Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
Oh, she's quite nimble.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
So let's go check this out. What is that up there?
This is Tevinter.
It's a lock. Great!
I understand they use
This is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Interesting, though not likely related to Ameridan.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I don't know how this works. So you might notice I am playing with a controller again. Okay, let's try to stand down this one. No. God, this is a nightmarish. But yeah, I'm using a controller now. The reason is because I got a new keyboard and a new mouse. My mouse was breaking and I had some money to Best Buy, or a gift card to Best Buy rather. And I figured I would... Oh, please? Please? No? Okay. No? Nope. God. Well, I had some, I had a gift card rather to Best Buy and... Oh, okay. What's this? Alright, so that's how you open that one.
That shape relates to
Yeah,
the tiles.
thanks buddy.
If you could
Okay.
replicate the shape in the tiles, something...
And with that money, I decided to go get a... Something would happen. Yeah, thanks. Very, It's great insight there, Professor. I decided to get a Black Widow Chroma, which is a mechanical keyboard, so you'll see if I press buttons, it's very loud. I'm just right now testing a couple things with it. Like, for example, my microphone right now has the gain set down to like the lowest possible setting. This is a nightmare, by the way. It's like playing fucking Minesweeper in Dragon Age, but I can't figure it out. I'm just gonna pull this. What happens if I just walk on over to this one? Okay, it turns on everything on the outside, and then this one turns that one out and that one out. Okay, I think I figured it out now. Do that. Oh no, okay. Would be a way to turn, if I do this, it turns all three of those off. Okay, that won't work. Turns those two on. Those two on. Turn this one off. Turn this one on. Shit. So turning this off. Okay. Turns all of those on. All those off. I'm trying to think in my brain how this would work, like actually. Okay, so I can, nope, right. Shit. Okay. Do that, and then we do that, and then we do that. No, none of this. I'm not good at these sorts of things. So if we turn this one on, then all those will turn on, and then if we turn this one on, haha!
Look at that!
Okay. Now if we do this, and do that, we'll do that. Do that. We'll do that. And then turn off, turn off. Turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on. Okay. Turn off. No, I meant to not. Shit. You know what? We'll come back. We'll sort that out later. I guess we're gonna sort that out now, because that's all that's in this room. Great. A dagger. Lovely. Because I use a dagger. Okay. So now I just need the middle one on and everything else off. So if I have all of these, okay. If I have all of the external ones on, if I had this one on, I would go around and go off, 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 and then do this. Aha!
Brilliant! Look at that!
Thanks, Professor. Although it looks like none of that was worthwhile. Okay. Refined Battle Mage Mail. Huh. If I just yank this, does nothing happen? Oh. Was that open the entire time? That was open the entire time, wasn't it? Holy shit. Not very smart. Not very smart over here at all. Find a way to take down the barrier. It probably has something to do with this thing up here. Figuring.
Didn't work.
Okay. Maybe. Do we have to walk up to it and like press A on it?
Theneros. The elven word for dream, I think. It's some sort of clue to this barrier. Not sure how.
This professor is not very helpful. Okay, well, we'll veil fire. Now we'll... Oh, okay, so do I have to shoot something into that dragon? Probably have to shoot something into that dragon. Okay, let's take the veil fire.
Didn't work.
Okay. Well, let's come around here. Nothing. Okay. Well, let's roam around trying to figure this one out. So I did get a new keyboard. I got a new mouse. I got a. I used to use a Logitech G500, and then one of my cats, I think, messed up either the wiring in it or knocked it off the table enough times that it kind of stopped working. Like, it would no longer work on a mouse pad for some reason. It would only go like left and right, but not up or down, which is kind of an issue. Just trying to see if veil fire. Oh, is that it? Go fuck yourself. No, well, now I'm curious about what the hell all this does.
Didn't work.
Like, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, it would only go left, right. It wouldn't really go up and down, and that's kind of an issue. I'd have to like bang it a bunch so it would work.
Oh, well done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven, one of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something, the one with the deer.
Sure. Clan name.
Would be Gillenad.
Oh,
Mother
sure.
of the Hollow.
Gillenon,
Yes.
of course.
Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Emeridin and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes, that's good. The Chantry expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
The Chantry should not rewrite history to cover up inconvenient truths.
Regardless, The important thing is what this tells us. It's not a burial site. That much is obvious.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes. A night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
How would the flowers still be alive? Like, did somebody just happen to come through here as well, or are they implying that the Inquisitor left those flowers? Because I don't think those flowers would survive, because they need to pollinate and they need to... Whatever. Whatever! It's a video game. Okay.
Professor, look at this. Sharton 10-7. Transfigurations 10-1. The gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Of course. The ritual site.
I figured this out
To seal
before.
the dragon away, Ameridan's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My
Pillar.
scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be.
Meriden found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby.
Take it.
Safely through the paths of this world.
Activate a trail marker.
When the Imperium abandoned this fortress, they left the wall of ice too locked. To lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Get on my
Like
get on my
these trail
way.
markers. Ameridan must have known how to use them. If they can melt
Oh, for
through
fuck's
ice,
sakes!
that
Come on,
must be
come
where
on.
Ameridan
Yeah.
sealed away the
All right,
dragon.
all right.
I'll follow
Ooh.
the markers and see what we can find.
That was far too difficult. Okay, now if I pull this... Oh, I'm gonna have to follow it. It's gonna, like, point somewhere, isn't it? Oh, video games. Oh, video games. But yeah, so my mouse was broken. I bought a Logitech G502, which is because I couldn't buy a G500, so the 502 is like the next closest thing. It's called the Proteus core. It's a little more futuristic looking. It's like they saw the cyborg rat mouse and they're like, oh, we want to make a cool mouse like that. And then they made that. Whatever, it works fine. It's like a G500, but it's a little bit different. I'm enjoying it. It works.
Sure these things will burn through the magical
Keyboard
ice?
though,
As long as
Black
the trail
Widow
markers are
Chroma,
still
that thing
functional,
is-
we should be fine.
thing's pretty awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but this is gonna kill me if I jump off it, isn't it? But right now it's set to nuts. Okay. Let's go to this camp and we'll go across that log bridge and heal up and all sorts of fun things like that. But it's backlit, but the backlights you can change. So right now it's doing the wave motion and it's a rainbow. But it's a split rainbow, so it's meeting in the center, and I think it's pretty sweet. It's more expensive than I would normally spend on something like a keyboard, but like I said, I had some gift certificate money. Poison spider. I have not played as my mage with a controller, so this will be interesting. Seems pretty straightforward. But yeah, more expensive than I normally would spend, but because I had the gift certificates, I had about $350 to Best Buy, so I thought, why not? I'm going to be using it for a while. It looks cool. I like mechanical keyboards. And I went for it, and I don't actually regret it. My concern is how loud it is and recording and things like that. So like I said before, like I use a Blue Yeti for my microphone. Whoa, that was confusing. And I have the gain set down to 0, and then I also have it set on the mode where it only takes audio from the front. Can't remember what that mode is called, but that doesn't really matter. And it's sitting like right in front of my face, like real close up. So that will hopefully minimize any key presses when I'm using the keyboard, but it's still pretty loud even when I tested it. So I decided to use a controller for now, and my next step is I got distracted by the focus meter in the bottom. I didn't know that's what the focus meter looked like when you're a controller. My next step is to probably get a microphone arm, like a boom arm, and lift the microphone away from the keyboard, and then maybe that'll work. I think this is the big log bridge I want to take over, so let's do that. Like, my ideal solution is to have everything off of my desk, except for my keyboard, my mouse, and my tower. I'm not gonna be able to cross on this log, am I? Okay. Can I, like, glitch my way up? Maybe? This is promising. If I do that, no. Okay. Well, maybe I can cross through it? Maybe I could have just walked across in the first place? So yeah, my goal is to get everything off the desk, so that means monitors, my microphone, all of that up off the desk to have a little extra room, and because it looks better, but it's kind of expensive. The monitor arms aren't cheap. They're like 150 bucks a piece or so. And then a microphone arm varies from, I don't know, like 30 to 100 bucks to probably like 250 if you want to go nuts. And then if I get a microphone arm, then I'm probably gonna have to get a shock mount so that if I bump the table or anything, it doesn't make a loud noise on the microphone. Like, it's gonna kind of get expensive. But I'm getting a tax return soon, so hopefully I can spend a little bit and get that microphone arm, and then we'll worry about the monitors another time. My problem with my monitors, though, is that I have 2 monitors, so it's not like I have like 8 or something crazy like that where I have to worry about mounting them all. But I have my main monitor, which is the, you know, the 1080, the 1920 by 1080 resolution, 23 inch or whatever is monitor, and then I have another older 22 inch that's like 16 by 10, so I don't even know what it's like, 1680 by like 1050 or something like that for the resolution. And my 1080 monitor, my main monitor, isn't able to be mounted. I didn't buy a mountable monitor because I didn't think ahead. So I'd need to kind of replace that one, and I think if I was going to be replacing all of them, then... Hello? Oh, hello. He stabbed me in the back and he almost killed me. Great. How do you drink potions? That's how you drink potions. Okay. The commands. Get out, drink a potion. Play a video game. So yeah, I mean, like, getting the mounters up and mounted is an expensive process, and then, like, I don't know how I would mount them, because I don't know, I've never actually mounted my own monitors, and my desk doesn't have anything like that. Like, it doesn't have a backing that's designed for mounting monitors like my work desk does. So I don't know if I'd have to mount it direct on the wall, or you know, what the issue is then. And then I rent, I don't own, so I have to worry about that. So that's probably something that's years down the line. Maybe. Question mark. But hopefully I can get the microphone arm soonish. I'll probably order it.
About last night.
Discretion isn't your thing, is it?
3 times. Also, do you want those silky underthings back, or did you leave those like a token? Or, wait, did you forget them so you'd have an excuse to come back, you sly dog?
If you choose to leave your door unlocked like a savage, I may or may not come.
Speak for yourself.
Iron Bull goes both ways. Dorian's a man's man. And apparently they had a little bit of fun last night. Good for them.
Like we're waiting.
Did you say waiting or waiting? I don't know. I'm sorry for the, like I always say it. Like, it's terrible. I'm so inconsistent with recording and uploading and all that. Like, when I get off work, I'm usually so tired I don't want to do it. Like, it's kind of I'd rather just sit back and watch something on Netflix or play Dota or play something mindless like Minecraft or something like that, and not have to worry about what's going on and all that. And then on my days off, like usually my first day off is kind of a wash because I get off work late at night and then go to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning and then wake up late and I'm all kind of groggy and jet lagged. And then I just run into issues where I'm like, I don't feel like recording today, or oh, today, you know, I'm not really in a good mood, so if I recorded I'd be extra mopey, you know, even more monotone than I usually am. I was playing Dota the other day and I was talking to somebody on the microphone, like, you know, just talking, and he said I sounded like Tina from Bob's Burgers. I don't think I sound like Tina from Bob's Burgers. You know, at the time I hadn't actually watched any Bob's Burgers, but having now watched a substantial amount of Bob's Burgers on Netflix, I don't think I sound like Tina. I mean, I feel like I have a little more inflection than she does at times, unless she's thinking about butts or boys butts. But I thought that was pretty fun. You sound like Tina. I was like, what? What do you mean? Tina who? From Bob's Burgers, Tina Belcher. And I'm like, oh. So, interesting little tidbit. Some dude on the internet who I play Dota with thinks I sound like Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Wow. I don't think I don't know. Tell me if I sound like Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Only I had the excitement as... same level of excitement as Gene. Seriously though, if you guys haven't watched Bob's Burgers, it's a very funny show. I had issues getting into it because some of the characters are a little tough, but like, very funny show. Voiced well, it's clever. It's just all around a good show. Also, I really like Archer, which is another really good show. If you haven't checked it out, you should check out Archer. But Bob is voiced by the same guy that voices Sterling Archer, H. John Benjamin or whatever his name is. Oh, I forgot I should have been casting this up the entire time. So it's always kind of funny listening to him, and then all of a sudden be like, "Oh, look, he sounds like Archer there." I wasn't paying attention. I got killed. There's actually even an Archer episode where it starts off with him working at Bob's Burgers, with all of the family members, like Tina, Jean, and oh my god, I can't remember what is her name. I can't remember her name. Louise. Tina, Jean, and Louise, and Linda Belcher are all in it, and it's very funny. And then Archer kills a bunch of Russian spies. Both good shows. You should check them out. They're both on Netflix. I highly recommend it. Bob's Burgers is only on the American Netflix, but Archer is on both American and Canadian. So if you are Canadian, you're just going to have to sort out a way to get American Netflix. I won't tell you how to do that because it's technically against the terms of services for Netflix, but I don't really see them. It's not like I'm stealing their content or yeah, it's not like I'm stealing their content by watching their shows that they provide to another. But I actually get it because it's kind of breaking their contracts with the service providers who have licensed their contracts for use in the American, or, you know, in the United States. But I'm not too concerned about it because as far as I see it, I don't feel like I'm stealing it. I don't know. And the only reason I have access to it is because Netflix kind of allows for that sort of behavior. Because when you have Netflix and if you go traveling to a different country that has Netflix, then you get access to that country's library. So if I, as a Canadian, went to the States and logged into Netflix on a computer at the States, it'd be like, oh hey, welcome to America. Here's the American library. Right? So I mean, if they really wanted to get around that kind of behavior, they should just region lock it. I don't know. You know, it's all contractual stuff that I don't understand because I'm a simpleton. But check those shows out if you haven't. Good shows. Very funny. Very clever. How am I getting up here? I was talking before. How did I get on a tangent about Bob's Burgers and Archer? Oh, right. Somebody said I sound like Tina Belger. Tina Belger. But yeah, like, it's kind of, it can be difficult at times to get motivation to decide to, like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and, you know, record an episode. And then, like I said, my first day is usually a wash because I feel kind of jet lagged. It's probably the best way to describe it. Depending on my shift pattern, sometimes the second day as well. And then also my last day before going to work, I'm usually kind of out of it or bummed out because I have to go back to work. You know, it sounds like I hate my job. I don't hate my job, it's just I have things I'd rather do than work. I'm just running up here to heal and get potions and all that stuff. But there are other things I would like to do. I'm sure everyone says that, like, oh, wouldn't it be great if someone just deposited money? God damn it. Come away, Dorian. Also, if you guys are having sex together, there's 2 tents and there's 4 of us, so I guess you guys could just say we're in the same room and do it, but whatever. Whatever. Where's the lift? Where's the lift? There it is. But yeah, so I usually only record one, like I have 4 days off, I work 4 days on. I've already said this before, I usually work anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a shift, and I switch days to nights, like 2 days on, and I work 2 nights. So that's why I kind of have this irregular schedule. And it sounds great, like, oh yeah, you have 4 days off, but when you go to sleep at 5 a.m., you know, you can't really wake up at 8 a.m. and be productive the next day. So that day's, like I said, is a wash. And then when you start work at 5 a.m. on, you know, 4 days later, you can't really stay up past 10 o'clock or else you're going to be super tired. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Son of a bitch. Thought that was too easy to get up there. So it kind of narrows your time down. So then you have 1 day left, and then you sit down and you're like, okay, great, I'll record a bunch. So then you gotta keep in mind that you also want to try and have things to talk about, right? Like I've gotten, you know, the last couple of episodes, I've gotten kind of in the mindset of, what are you doing? Kind of got in the mindset of having a little plan. Like I've written down on, there's a little scrap of paper in front of me right now, and I've written little notes on it, right? So that I can try and focus what I'm talking about instead of just sitting there being like, da da da. Oh, look, a poison spider. I killed it. Oh, now it's a ghostly poison spider. Yay! I like kind of having a little more focus and a little more of an idea of what you want to say. But there's only so much that you can add in before you start running out of ideas to, you know, keep adding more. I don't want to talk about work. Partly because there's things about it that frustrate me, and then I kind of get in a rant, and also because I haven't really said what exactly I do for work. I have said I work for the emergency services, but I don't really want to narrow it down further than that. So, like, I don't really talk about work, and then, you know, I could tell you about funny things that happen between me and friends. It's like, well, you know, unless you kind of know the person, it's not funny. Or, you know, recently I've become kind of a shut-in, and I don't go out and see too many people too often. Also because of the irregular schedule, so people are like, oh, like, let's do something this weekend. I'm like, oh, I work this weekend, yay, but I have 4 days off in the middle of the week, and it's like, oh, but we work. I'm like, okay, great, wonderful. Right. I mean, every once in a while, obviously, I get weekends off, like it rotates. I kind of have no weekends for like a month and a half, and then I'll have weekends for a month and a half, and it's weird. What is... Haha! But I To make it sound like my like I'm complaining. Like I'm pretty fortunate. Like having 4 days off is nice. Like I do have extra time to relax, and there are benefits of working my shift pattern in my job. Like I said, there are like entire months where I'll have weekends off, right? Versus a lot of people who work 5 days and only have those 2 days off. Like there are benefits. Also, I have a pretty good vacation. I have good vacation allotments. So, but let's not get too deep into it. How long have I been recording this? Anyways, getting all distracted. Like I was talking before about, oh yeah, you know, I write things down so I kind of have a plan ahead and get this, you know, cohesive recording done with a straight, you know. I can't even think of the word right now, but a regular sort of conversational, competent commentary, and then I'm going all over the place being confused. I'm just gonna say it's because I'm tired. I'm just gonna blame being tired. I don't even know how long I've been recording. I think we'll have to, yeah, aside from going around, I think we're gonna have to come back to this on the next episode, because we've kind of been going around for 30 minutes now after playing some floating here. Hey, cat. Oh, he says hi. Anyways, guys, it's we're gonna cut it here. We'll come back next episode. He's even bumped the mouse onto the screen, unless that's been there the entire time. If it has, whoops. We'll come back next episode. We'll continue following this this trail here and see where it leads. Hopefully, we'll find a little bit more about Inquisitor Meriden. Maybe we'll find a dragon. Who knows? But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.